The following game has been rated E for everyone by the ESRB, and it has no listed restrictions. That means that the content in the game should be appropriate for anyone aged 6 and up. Furthermore, this game is also listed as Early Access. That means that this game is not yet completed, so what you will see in the following video may not be reflective of the final product. You have been warned. Greetings and salutations. I am Outlier, and I bid you welcome to this channel. Joining me today is, of course, my usual co-hosts, Snowball and Wolf. And today we're returning back to Hardspace Shipbreaker. Close, but not exactly accurate. We're not taking apart sea vessels in this one. We're taking apart spaceships. So the premise of Hardspace Shipbreaker is that you serve the role of an orbital salvage engineer. So basically the corporate overlords that you work for find a bunch or create a bunch of derelict vessels. They don't really go into that. Give you, I believe, arguably the pick of the litter, and then you go through, take apart all the various ships, sort through all the various pieces, dump the highly advanced technical components like chairs and seats and engines into one area. Certain recyclable resources go in another area, and everything that gets melted down to be reforged into something else goes in a third area. And if you're really unlucky, things end up in the fourth area, which is basically you send something somewhere, you misjudge where it's going, it bounces off of somewhere it shouldn't, and ends up flying off into the middle of nowhere. Because you're operating in orbit, and orbit means space, and space means not only no gravity, but no atmosphere. And because Isaac Newton invented the law stating that things in motion will remain in motion until acted upon an opposite and, I believe, equal force. I may be confusing more than one law here. But basically, you throw something in free fall, and it'll keep going in that same direction until it hits something. Or gravity pulls it down to the ground, whichever happens first. So, if anybody's seen any of the prior episodes of this game, this is not the first time I've actually played this game. However, this game is technically in early access. No, technically about it, it is actually in early access. And one of the reasons why I returned to it is because they had a massive update available, which apparently adds in new characters, changes the way some things are salvaged. But the trade-off of all of this is that all of my progress has been reset. So I am no longer grade 6 certified scrapper, I believe. Well, I'm not actually certain if that's the case. I haven't actually checked. But if what I believe is accurate, I am no longer at the grade that I am at, and I no longer have the upgrades that I unlocked for my salvage engineer, or cutter as the game calls them. Also, the 1 billion credit debt to the corporate overlords, because yes, you're doing all of this to pay off a debt that the corporate overlords incurred to get you up to orbit to basically do their job for them, has been reset. So I'm assuming I have to start from the very beginning. As I said, this game is in early access, so as they add new things, they may have to change some stuff. around, but new beginning, and I probably would have just simply restarted anyway. Well, had that option been given to me. But given that it's early access, that means that in addition to random updates, it also means that the game changes. So everything you see in this video may not be appropriate in terms of what the final product has and does. And with that out of the way, this game is of course made by... Thank you again. And that being said, let us begin. Okay, so as I suspected, everything that I had is, well, gone. I mean, I can do the open shift where I just basically salvage things. Standard, which is what I've been doing, where I have unlimited number of respawns, but every shift is only 15 minutes, and I have to get done everything within that time frame, although... as far as I know, I should be able to still go back and continue salvaging a ship on a different shift. But that means that every shift is a new day, and every day incurs more expenses. There's also limited, where I get only 30 revives for the entire campaign, but I don't believe that there's a time limit. And then there's also the no revival option, where... it's basically, I have one shot to make back the 1 billion credits, and if I fail, my next of kin have to pay that back. But I've been generally doing standard shifts, so that is what I shall do. So humankind has industrialized much of the solar system. Earth has deteriorated into a place of squalor and decay. In orbit, a new breed of worker has emerged. The Shipbreaker. The labor is extremely dangerous, but for a select few, the hazard pay is worth the risk, or at the very least, their clones, because they died. Horribly. Okay, so this is once again the very beginning, and I mean when I mean the very beginning, I mean the very, very beginning. Take a good look at this, because this is the last time we will ever be seeing this apartment, at least not until I make 1 billion credits for the corporate overlords. So Shipbreaker application, pave the way to the Galaxy program, update on your application status, and I guess there's some filler background history over here, where apparently there's a food shortage going on and something contaminated something else. Also various email. Apparently the character's father's sick again. Apparently I have a past due power bill. Don't even see what that is. Someone by the name of Ted wants to know if I have any rations to spare. Apparently, I owe the government medical HQ some sort of payment. Apparently, credit transfer from Rebecca Chamber or to Rebecca Chamber's son is denied. Again, the Energy Power Incorporated. I like how it's just like Energy Power. Like, they don't even bother giving themselves a fancy name. We're an energy company. It's what we do, and that is our name. But apparently, I now have a final notice with Power and then Lynx Corp. Let us view this update. So, greetings, Citizen LF 2911805. Apparently, the Earth is so overcrowded with people, they stopped giving them names and just started assigning them numbers. Congratulations on acceptance into the Lynx paved the way to the Galaxy program. From over 124.8 million applicants, that's actually relatively low if the Earth is overpopulated, you were chosen based on above average and / exceptional physical and cognitive ability. Plus, if we die, no one will probably care. Participation in this program can be lucrative and rewarding depending upon a willingness to follow the vision and processes of Lynx Corporation. You have been assigned to Salvage Station 42, designation Morrigan. The station currently has no additional personnel, but if you're able to demonstrate the ability to build and grow a profitable operation, a number of exciting opportunities await you. And so basically, we're throwing you into the back end of nowhere, and no one will be around, and you'll be by yourself. Remember, employment in the Pave the Way to the Galaxy program is at the sole discretion of Lynx Corporation, can be revoked at any time. Active insubordination or malice will not be tolerated. Basically, if we don't like what you do or you get angry, we fire you and send you back to Earth the hard way. They basically strap you to a retro rocket, fire off the retro rocket so you deorbit without anything like a parachute or escape capsule or even a ship. At least I'm assuming that's the case. Alright, on receipt of your electric signature, a shuttle will be deployed immediately to your current location and deliver you to your post. Training will commence immediately on arrival. Finalize your info on the following pages to confirm employment. Something tells me this is not the kind of place where a shuttle can land, but okay. Okay, so apparently, page 2, which is basically put in your name, and this is your revival package, which is basically the same from originally. But now apparently I get to choose my own voice ID verification. So to verify your identity, confirm the voice file you submitted on your original application. Lynx Vox ID is a security measure that protects your data. Basically, this is just explanation to choose how your character sounds as they die in painful ways. And I say that because every audio file is just basically this. Yep, this is basically a choice between how you want the character sound as they scream out in pain. Let's just go with default. At least I think that's the default one. So, orientation preference, select orientation scheme for your personal mobility unit. I'll just keep it at standard. And then meal preference. I don't think this actually bothers with anything. Food processing serve. Variety of dietary preferences. Food cost is based on current market value. May change over time. So I can choose between chicken, plastic-free, vegetarian, or I don't even know how to pronounce this word. Let's go with plastic-free. I don't actually know if this factors into anything, but I prefer not to eat plastic. Alright, and then I believe this is all the same. Basically standard labor authorizations where I have to press to agree to each statement, where I claim I have no criminal record in the Terran or Martian zone. A record in the Jovian frontier is acceptable. As far as I know, I'm not wanted by anybody. I am not a member of, nor ever associated with, a workers' union or other labor interest. Because everybody, even in the far-flung future, especially in corporate-run environments, is still anti-union. I have completed my annual medical exam and have been cleared for having McCullough's lung. I don't actually know what that is, but sure. I have no commercial real estate interests on Luna, in the asteroid belt, or in the nation-state of Arizona. Why is Arizona singled out? Character apparently lives here, so I'm assuming that's a no. I will bring a positive attitude and problem-solving mindset to work every day. Sure. I understand and accept the health risk associated with long-term exposure to van der Waals field. I have no idea what that is, but okay. And I will vote for Chancellor Chung Zhang in the Pan-American Senate election. Because I'm guessing Lynx Corp has purchased his election. Sure, why not? So this is all the basic fine print for working. I believe, this would actually be a very good time to actually just simply include their URL, like the actual URL for the game. But apparently it's still in game lore. where I basically agree that I give permission, authority to collect, analyze, and utilize biometric data for use to better the lives and well-being of myself and any coworkers, as well as for any other purpose. I believe somewhere it is, yeah, they can perform psychological tests on my character at any time, with or without my knowledge. Employees are not entitled to compensation for participation in these tests and may receive additional receive additional sugar cube rations. So basically, they mess with our minds and give us candy. Employee hereby grants permission links to authorized to garnish their wages if their actions or lack thereof result in any real or potential losses to the company and/or any of its affiliates. So basically, I break something and it comes out of my pay. Employee hereby grants permission to Links Corp the authority in perpetuity to record and own their DNA, create new entities with that DNA with no restriction or limits. Furthermore, employees agree to pay a nominal fee for this service in the event of their death while performing the duties of their position. Links may execute these entities at any time for acts of gross negligence. So I'm guessing this paragraph grants the corporate overlords the ability to record and store my DNA for the purpose of recloning me. And this last line makes it sound like that if I do something not to their liking, they just kill me and reclone me. So I guess that makes sense. Employee hereby grants permission to Links the authority to study, manipulate, reciprocate, and duplicate any and all of my gray and white matter. I'm assuming this is the brain parts. At any time, the unfortunate event, my total and complete loss of memory. So if I forget things, I give them the authority to basically reconstitute that section of my brain, or what they assume is reconstitute that section of my brain. Employee hereby grants permission to Links the authority to transfer any and all unpaid debts owed to Links and/or any of its affiliates to their next of kin. In the event that they are terminated, disappear and/or perma-perish. So as I said, I die, and the billion credit debt moves on to the next of kin. Link reserves the right to terminate this contract at any time without notice or payment in lieu, with no requirement of sufficient cost. So basically, I'm still an at-work employee, so now, even if I do everything correct, and even if I salvage for them nearly 1 billion credits, they can still fire me and then foist the rest of the debt, either partial or in whole probably, onto either me or my next of kin. So basically, it's a standard work contract. Like I said, a standard work contract. Alright, let's go to space. The title screen. I wonder who that is. It's got a little bunny though.
Each day he steps into the yard to earn his wages working hard. I pray to the stars and heaven above to return my daddy to those he loves. If there comes a time when he and death meet, bless the next cutter that takes his seat.
Alright, so this is Morgan. That looks like a gecko. I wish I could do that in game, but tethers don't operate that way. I do like that they kept that little child sprayer in there. I did like that part from originally. So welcome to Morgan.
Pattern 9346-52. Your automated Lynx onboarding experience will now begin. Please observe this important message. Space, boundless promise, limitless resources, a brighter future. It's here that hard workers like you, the backbone of civilization, will help us pave the way to the galaxy. I'm Calicia Rye Paulson, president of Lynx Corporation's Salvage Division. When my great-great-grandfather Exeter founded Lynx, he foresaw a remarkable opportunity among the stars. His vision eventually brought us the railgates. Now spanning all the way to Jupiter, these are the veins connecting all of modern civilization. And the people flowing through them are its lifeblood. The railgates reinvigorated humanity and are key to our continued progress. You have been selected from among thousands of candidates to join the Lynx family. This is more than just a job. It's an opportunity to be part of the largest, most successful, and most pioneering company in human history. Your dream may be to forge your own destiny one day. Well, work hard, heed your superiors, believe in the Lynx vision. Do this, and you too will get your chance. Your first step is to join our EverWork program. The greatest gift we give our employees, turning death into an ongoing opportunity for learning and growth. With Lynx, death is a fresh start. Good luck.
Okay, that kind of has me worried. So death is a fresh start. Yes, I want a fresh start. Press begin genetic extraction. I'm assuming they take me apart and then just throw the clone into work.
Video observation complete. To finalize onboarding, your genetic sequence will now be extracted for use with the Lynx EverWork Asset Replacement Program. Don't worry, pain levels during extraction are largely tolerable.
Yeah.
Please note, as outlined in Section 31 of your employment agreement, the process of genetic extraction will destroy your original body. Beginning extraction now.
They don't even knock you out for that.
Extraction analysis and backup complete. Thank you. Beginning spare generation.
Now, I always assume that the first time you enter the yard, it's still you. But apparently, you're just raw resource that they use to create a new you. So EverWork asset replacement successful. Genetic sequence stored. Congratulations. Now safe to die. Shipbreaker is responsible for the cost of biomaterial used in the EverWork process, and additional fee is required for deaths that occur outside working hours. You may now proceed with salvage training. Good luck. Okay, that actually has me worried, and I'm slightly sad and / or miffed at that. Because I was... Well, darn. So, this is basically... Seat selection fee. That's funny. So, this is basically everything... Now, if they killed me, do I even have any luggage anymore? Automated onboarding process, lifeguard genetic backup storage, biomaterial refrigeration, equipment setup, equipment security deposit, degaussing, delousing. You know, if I'm being recloned, why do I need to be deloused? Habitation fee. Why do they need to repaint it? On-site training, helmet interface software update. Apparently that costs coin. Meal prep animal, waste management, human. What other kind of waste management is there up here? Immigration/duty fee, entertainment library fee, tracking implant fee, salvage rights fee, including notary, financial account setup fee, account maintenance fee, monthly administration fee, display of fees report. So, to give me a list of all of these fees cost me $7.50. You know, I thought the balance of 1 billion credits was quite a bit. Apparently, they took issue with the fact that I knocked over 200,000 off of it last time, because now it's over 1.25 billion.
All right, breathe. Breathe. You're okay. Everything's gonna be just fine. There you go. Plenty of folks feel a bit woozy with their first spare. Anyway, welcome aboard. The name's Weaver. I'm the foreman for yourself and a couple of the other shipbreakers in this region. This here's Morgan Station. She may not look like much right now, but once we boot her up, she'll purr like a kitten. All right, let's test out your orientation control. Do me a favor and look up at that cargo elevator up above. That's it. So that's where all the salvage gets collected to be picked up by the transfer crew. Just in case you ever turn yourself out of whack, use your roll thrusters to reorient.
Alright, so here's where we roll.
All right. Now let's get you flying. Activating your thruster controls now. Try moving around.
And move forward, move backward, move left, right.
Now, vertical control.
Then we go up, and then we go down.
Looks good. Now to finalize these movement checks, I need you to fly to these waypoints. Used to be a cutter myself, you know, till there were some complications with my last revive. Those were early days in the tech, though, so never you mind about that. Oh, almost forgot about the most important thing. Brakes. Get yourself going at a decent clip, and then test them out, why don't you? All right. Looks like the bay here was left in a bit of a mess. We're gonna clean this scrap up. Gonna activate the furnaces. Now. Dang thing. Would you just... There you go. So these furnaces are used to melt down soft metals. Should go without saying that these things are as hot as all get out. So try not to drift into them by accident. Okay, let's get a handle on your grapple tool. This fella here is a shipbreaker's bread and butter. This is how we move salvage around. Activate the beam and hold it to grab an object and move it around. If it's not too heavy, give it a go and move one of these pieces into either furnace. So when you're holding an object with the grapple, you can retract the beam. This will pull a light object to you. If it's heavier than you, it'll pull you towards it. Nice job cleaning up all that soft metal scrap, Cutter. Let's move on to the bigger nanocarbon chunks now, shall we? You may have already noticed that these are too heavy to move with your grapple. I'm enabling your scanners so we can check out their structural makeup. Go ahead and boot it up. This mode of your scanner lets you assess an object's structure. What I want you to focus on right now are these cut points. All right. Control is giving me the go-ahead to get you cutting.
It is the job.
You have quick access to all your tools through your HUD. Just open up the tool selector and choose the cutting tool.
Alright, so...
Your cutting tool has two modes. The first one is the stinger. It's designed for precision vaporization of cut points like this. You ready to perform some zero-G surgery, Cutter? Well, let's split this scrap so it's light enough to move.
Out of range.
That's how you do it. Okay, let me boot up the processor so you can salvage these. Do me a favor and look towards one of them there so I can see if they activate right. Yeah, perfect. Wish me luck here, Cutter. Me and technology ain't always the best of friends. Hey, alright, we're in business. Now swap over to your grapple and toss one of them pieces you separated right in there.
Come on. There we go. Get in the blue maw. Yes, I'm keeping the names. They can change everything that they want, but I'm keeping the names. I think it's in. It's a work in progress.
Well, okay. We're almost done getting this bay in shape. Let's go after that large aluminum chunk over there. Now,
Where now?
this beast is way too heavy to move as is. It's also too dense for your stinger to break it down, and there are no structural cut points for us to take advantage of. We're gonna have to switch over to the split saw mode of your cutting tool and start slicing this thing down to size. Go ahead and switch cut modes now. Now try changing the angle of the cut. We're in business. I've unlocked the trigger on your cutting tool. It'll split that big chunk clean in two. Go ahead and give her a whirl. I'm going to turn on your salvage indicator so you can track how much work is left to do. This thing will track how much you've salvaged and how much you've lost. For now, let's try and hit that first goal marker. And that's what it's all about, Cutter. The more salvage goals you complete, the closer you'll get to hitting your certifications and ranking up.
Deposit accepted.
There you go.
Great first shift in the yard, Cutter. Let's head on over to your hab, and I'll show you the ropes there. Now fly on over back to the master jack. I'll put a marker on it so you can find it easy. When you get there, head on in, and we'll get started. Great first shift in the yard, Cutter. Let's head on over to your hab, and I'll show you the ropes there. Now fly on over back to the master jack. I'll put a marker on it so you can find it easy. When you get there, head on in, and we'll get started.
Well, I'm glad to see that Reaver's still here. Also, they changed what the upper bar was for. Originally, it showed you how much stuff you had left. Now I'm guessing if you break more stuff than you salvage, you fail. But But let's end the shift. And we salvage all these things and make just shy of $500,000.
Congrats, Cutter. You're already on your way up. Head on into your hab, and we'll check things out.
Apparently, I now have the level 2 certification. So I'm no longer a worm. I'm assuming they still use that term. And I get modular cutter upgrades, utility grapple upgrades, cross-spectrum scanner upgrades, and access to Class 1, Ship Class 1 certification.
Welcome to your new home, Cutter. Has everything you need. This is officially called a ready-made long-term employee habitation something or other. But around here, we just call it your hab. Okay, let's have a look at your employee terminal. Now let's get caught up on career progression and certification. I've sent you a message with an explanation now. Go on and give it a read.
Okay, so apparently have 3 unread messages, and apparently unread messages will incur an hourly data storage fee after 10 days. So I have 10 days to read these, otherwise I start paying for unread mail. Good to know. I don't think I can click on them. This is just the listing that they're there. And I get a new sticker for achieving perfect salvage, over 98%. Alright, so
Clear
I
as
get...
mud? Don't worry. I'm here to walk you through the process, and soon enough I'm going to introduce you to some of the other shipbreakers. Most of them are willing to help you out, too. Alright, let's start a new shift and pick your first ship to work on.
So the certification system is our proprietary career progression tool for our shipbreakers. This just basically explains what the new certification process is. Range from 1 as the entry point all the way up to 30. So only for our most accomplished employees. This is basically the leveling system. It is advised to view your certification tab in your HAB terminal as a guide to gain access to more tools, upgrades, ships, and hazard levels. Proving yourself as a loyal and skilled employee will reward you with fresh new challenges in the work bay. I'm guessing I can't read the others right now. Or I just hit back and then keep reading. This talks about the cross-spectrum scanner. Importing good in the world comes with a price. Cost. Okay, this probably, I believe, explains why they saddled you with $1.25 billion worth of debt. And this talks about the salvage goal system, which I believe replaces the work orders. I'll read through them later. And the foreman, so I'm guessing this is Weaver. Also, apparently we're Shipbreaker 9346-52. And we get access to the mackerel. This basically explains the mackerels and why they're here. And we get stickers, which I can't access, so we start the shift. And I'm guessing I view the catalog.
This is the catalog that shows you which ships you have access to from the shipyard. Every day, you can choose to continue working on the ship you've got, or start a fresh one. Go ahead and pick one, any one, and we'll get to work.
Alright, so apparently there's now 20 levels of ships. I wonder if they're split up the same way as they used to be. So I have 3 station hoppers and a light cargo. The light cargo has the most total value. So let's actually start with that. Claim a new ship will clear the salvage bay of your existing ship. Remaining salvage will be forfeit to links. Begin salvage. I don't have anything left. All that's left in there is the trash that you guys left installing the Morrigan. And here we go.
She's all yours, Cutter. Your primary goal is to reach rank 3. Now try to remember, nanocarbon goes in the processor, aluminum goes in the furnace. Try to salvage the entire ship if you can. We call it using the whole buffalo. You'll hit your certs faster that way. And start knocking out that debt of yours. I'll be observing and giving you any help if you need it. Good luck, Cutter.
That's interesting. The airlock's already open. Alright, so let's see what we got in here. And one thing we don't have, that's the power cord near as I can tell. At least the reactor. So apparently I don't get access to the systems or the object screen on the scanner. Is there even an engine in here? No, it's literally just the shell. Okay then. I say, what exactly was that? Down and forward. Alright, well I didn't even see anything on the outside, so I'm assuming there's nothing outside, so I still like working outside in and then front back, so that's what I'm going to keep doing. First thing we do is pop off the head. And I don't actually have access to tethers, do I? No, I don't have access to tethers. Okay. That's going to make salvaging this thing rather difficult. At least slightly difficult. I could have done without that bounce back. At least there's no seats to get in my way. We'll just take this glass out. Fire it into the red maw.
Material deposited.
So, how exactly am I going to get the head off if I don't have tethers? I'm cutting into X's things using the split saw.
Now, I know these ships look intimidating to scrap at first, but trust me, soon enough you'll be stripping the huge Gecko-class freighters like they're nothing. Got my start salvaging back down Earthside in the droid scrapping business. You know what made me come up here? Well, one day we got a batch of this particular model in. One of them kinds with synthetic skin and everything. We almost never saw people looking once like that. They were always too expensive to manufacture. Seems someone found a warehouse full of them, mothballed for, 20 years or so, since the AI ban took effect. Probably bought the whole lot for pennies, thinking they could turn a tidy profit with the salvage. No word of a lie. These things look exactly like my stepbrother did. Even had the same slack-jawed expression. Now, Jed and I wasn't exactly pals or nothing. All the same, I couldn't bring myself to start smashing that dopey face. And that's when I looked into getting on with Lincoln. Tell you what, it's a sight better to cut up something that doesn't look like a family relation. Anyway, I'm running on. I'll clear the channel. Holler if there's anything giving you grief up there, Cutter. Weaver out.
So basically his brother-in-law was a robot. Got it. I did hit all the cut points. I did not hit all the cut points. Okay. I'm guessing for this, I still don't have an O2 meter. Because I'm still technically training. Get in the mall.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Go. I do like pushing down and moving the pieces out of the way. For some reason I always find that fun. And in you go.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Okay, apparently I'm taking the entire ship with this one. On the plus side, it removed the head, so I can now access that. Get off the ship. Okay, fine. We good now? Yeah, we're good now. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. You do not hit the storm break. You do not go in the wrong mall. Now get in the blue one. Man, I miss tethers. I said in the mall.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Now we pop off the cheeks. Encourage it to get where it needs to go.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Alright, some little diagonals in the, oh, not diagonals, triangle, diamonds in the upper corners are what I need to get to where. So how am I going to deal with the rest of this head? Usually in the past, I just chuck the whole thing in the blue maw. But usually in the past, I also have tethers to do that. guess they keep firing it off. I mean, there's no easy way to separate the aluminum from the nanocarbon. The nanocarbon always costs more unless they change that in-game. Yeah, so I lose about... I lose about 375 kilograms worth of aluminum. But if I'm being completely honest, I make over 1,000 kilograms of nanocarbon. And, 1,000 kilograms is more than 300, so... Man, they really did not have anything in here. There's not even a proper airlock. That's why there's no door. And yet they kept all the cut points. Come on.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Hey, we've now salvaged half the vessel. Or at least salvaged enough to qualify it as half, so I'm guessing that means that even if we were to somehow mess up everything else, we'd still make more than we lost. Just slice all of these off, because laser can't cut through nanocarbon, no matter how badass it is. Pop off the sides. Weird. Random chunk of aluminum.
Raw material.
Oh, come on.
Credits deposited.
Alright, we reached salvage goal 2.
Awarded. Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Apparently we are now certified rank 2.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
In you go.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Alright, so now all that's left is the back. And this bottom chunk, which apparently goes into the furnace. Well, Some of it goes into the furnace. Apparently the mounting bracket's processable. Well, it's melted now.
Deposit accepted.
Yeah, I lose 120 kilograms of titanium, but make over 300 in aluminum. So, benefit. Okay, so there's still the thruster cap, even if there's no thruster. It still goes into the processor, as is this entire back chunk. And you know what? I do now like the fact that they included cut points onto the crossbar on the inside. So I'm able to basically remove that now, short of blowing it up, without actually blowing it up. Get in the blue maw. Away with you. Be gone, rump of the ship.
Valuable object processed.
And it's in.
Awarded.
Alright. Quite a bit of it is in now.
Ship salvaged in full. Credits applied to cutter account.
Okay, so I apparently salvaged the entire ship without actually salvaging the entire ship because the skeleton still remains. And by that, I mean its frame. And since I don't have tethers yet, something tells me I'm not hauling this entire thing straight into the red maw. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab this little chunk, aim significantly, and fire it away. I'm also going to basically cut this entire thing in half. And then cut it in half again. Because while keeping things intact may be important for the barge or the processor to a certain extent, this is all raw materials and the furnace does not care. At all. Ever. It is hungry and it desires food.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Oh, it's still attached somewhere. I'm guessing this thing, which has to go to the processors, so the laser cutter can't actually cut it. Okay then. Just slice it off here. Now, are you free? No, you are not. What else are you connected to? Not there. There we are. And now you should be loose. And now you are loose. To the red maw with you. Yeah, close enough. Where is... There we are. So where's the rest of it?
Material deposited.
Alright, anything still connected? The answer is yes. Yes, it is. Slightly there. And slightly here. And we should be good. And we're good. Something's caught on the edge of the maw. Now it's not. Alright, 1/2 down. Now I had an easier time cutting it on the other side, so that's what I'm going to do. In fact, because this all broke apart, I tried cutting it last time, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop this panel right here. Yeah, we're clean. Then just send this into the red maw. That way I don't have to worry about any small little chunks. Like these guys.
Material deposited.
Alright, so I'm just going to cut it right here underneath the this little thing. The nanocarbon cut point joints. I think I missed a cut slightly. But it's cut in parts, so I don't really care.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Alright, and as far as I can tell, that's everything. I mean, there might be some small little chunks left, but the forfeit salvagers can have those. How's that for something Buffalo? Alright, so we lost 8 equipment mounts, 68 kilograms of aluminum structure, 865 kilograms of aluminum panel, 42 kilograms glass, 126 kilograms titanium, 297 kilograms nanocarbon, but we salvaged all of this. And I will take all of this at the cost of all of this. Made 808,845.10 credits. And quota's complete.
License level increased.
Congratulations, Shipbreaker. Your hard work is not going to notice. Achieve the prestigious rank of Recruit. New rank 3. We now have Class 2 ship certifications. I'm assuming these things will actually have stuff in them now. So I get 1 links token, 2 links token, 5 links token, and a repair kit. Okay. Guessing MP is mastery points now. Okay then.
Looking good, Cutter. Now go ahead and pick another ship.
Still don't get access to equipment? Okay, so I do have 2 messages. One is about the dangers of fire. So it's now hazard level 2, and links committed shipbreakers are exposed to hazard levels in ships only according to proficiency level and median estimated emotional adjustment time should death occur related to these hazards. Since I've reached hazard level 2, I may begin to encounter fire hazards in the form of fuel or flaming objects, because apparently stuff still burns in a vacuum of space. Causing link equipment to or salvage goods to be damaged by fire hazard result in credit deductions, as will damage to or destruction of your link's spare. I'm guessing if I get myself killed, there's a fee. And what's this? Link's Kiosk. Okay, so Link's Kiosk is a one-stop shop for all your shipbreaking needs. Dispenses all items any self-respecting shipbreaker wouldn't leave the hab without. The kiosk shipbreakers can find following courtesy of our affiliate suppliers: more oxygen, more thruster fuel, repair kits, patch kits for the suit, and more tethers. Well, this is available for purchase at market rates already factor in your 1.7% employee discount. Genuine patch kits manufactured in Damascus, Earth, not to be confused with Damascarf patch kits from Phoebos. And only on Tuesdays does the employee discount work. Sadly, it's not Tuesday. And this I've already seen. So now now we have access to certifications. Huh. Okay, so there's still only going to be about 7, well for now, 7 classes of ship. And 27 is where we hit Link's Seal. Expert, Master, and Grandmaster. So, Force Beginner, Nominee, Laborer, Associate. Oh, Red Seal's still 10. So I can still get access to the Red Seal. It's just not as prestigious as it used to be. Apparently there's now a Gold Seal. Okay then. Now we view the ship catalog, and now we have grade 2 ships. We have hazard level 2, and I'm assuming there's actually stuff inside that can go boom. Probably not all that much because I'm only dealing with fire. Right, and the highest paying ship is the Luminous Odin, so let's take that. I'm assuming now...
Alright, hold up a second there, Cutter. Because you've increased your rank, we're going to give you the next grade of ship. Now this one will be full of machinery, electronics, furniture, all stuff that Lynx can collect and resell. You're going to want to toss those items on the barge. That's the big green thing below you. Go ahead and have a look. Toss any valuable objects or components down there. And don't worry about breaking anything. There's a dampening field that'll catch everything. It works great. Most of the time. Let's give it a go.
Alright, so it looks like I still don't have to worry about O2. But now I do have to worry about things inside the ship. And also, no tethers. So let's just yank ourselves all the way over there. Because it's faster and I always find it fun. So I'm assuming there's an airlock now. Somewhere around here. Well, sort of. The door's still open, but there is an airlock inside here. Okay. And I could have sworn... Yep, there is an antenna. So just pop that off for easy coin. Fire that into the net, as I like to call the barge.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Apparently it's 3 things I need to salvage to the barge. Okay. Really wish I had tethers. I'm guessing they come in at the next certification? Come on. Get in the net.
Salvage secured.
I almost thought that
Account
exploded
credit
for a quick
applied.
second.
Nice work.
Here we go.
Pretty quickly. Now let me teach you about the kiosk. Once the training wheels come off, Link's regulations mean you gotta cover your own oxygen and fuel costs. That's the way things go. Turning it on now. Now, no need to panic. They'll last you a good while. But if you end up running out, you gotta go top up at the kiosk over there. Let's have a look.
Alright, so now I'm guessing we have to worry about O2.
Good stuff, Cody. Pretty easy, right? Alright, I'll leave you to it. We'll chat again when you hit the next rank. Leave her out. Have a nice day.
Okay, so now that no longer opens the work orders, of course, there are no work orders to worry about, so I'm pretty good on everything. So let's just get back to the salvage. Also, at any speeds traveling faster than 10 meters a second, and you break the suit. Alright, so the airlock was on this side. Door's already open. I'm assuming the whole thing's vented, so I'm just going to pop that off right now. Everything in the airlock goes to the barge, so I don't have to worry about that. Random broken bits and extra chunks. Oh, look, a soft crate. And some food. They really don't let me take the food. Alright, so is there a thruster now? More importantly, is there a reactor? Alright, so there's no thruster in here and no reactor. Okay, but there are doors. And fuel tanks.
I see some potential fire hazards in there, so watch out, Cutter. Be careful not to cut or bump oxygen tanks, fuel tanks, or fuel lines. If there are flammable objects nearby, those flames can spread pretty quick like.
Alright, so first thing we do is cut a hole in the floor. I guess I'm not timed yet. Pop off this light. Send that to the net.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
This back chunk goes to the blue maw. And send it thusly.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
Sneak up here like a crazy person. And just start cutting. Alright, so this is now free. So, it lists Weaver as being in Olympus Station. I wonder where Olympus Station is in regards to the Morgan. Because up until now, I've always assumed that he was actually on the Morgan himself. Somewhere. Of course, I also assume that you're just simply a clone of a clone of a clone who's already made back his money, and Lynx Corp, rather than hiring somebody new, just simply recloned them, told them that he has debt still, and is just working off the debt as normal. I'm down to about a third O2, I guess. That goes flying off into the corner. But the moss should actually be able to grab it. If it's anything like how it used to operate.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Alright, just grab this. Toss it there.
Salvage secured. Account credit
Grab
applied.
this. Boink. Toss it there.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Grab this. And you go.
Salvage secured.
Cutter, make your way back to the kiosk on the starting platform to fill up your own tube. Blue ain't your color. Trust me on this one. Weaver out.
Stop.
Welcome to Vintatron 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Alright, I don't have access to tethers yet, so I'm assuming even if I hit tethers, it's just going, or even demo charges, it's going to assess the charge, but I won't actually get anything yet. So let's head back. I'm still ripping things out of this thing. You know, when I saw the door closed like that, I actually assumed that this cabin was pressurized still. Okay, so let's cut a hole in the glass without whacking this seat. Top wasn't connected, interesting. Alright, into the red maw you go.
Material deposited.
'Cause that's the only glass I'm going to salvage, because everything else is still connected to the head. And the nanocarbon, the amount of nanocarbon I can get from the head outweighs everything else.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Of course, I still gotta cut off the head. Okay, that was kind of bright. Let's pop off these door controls. Stop breaking said door controls. Fly around to the front to rip out the chairs. It's not the chair, this is a chair. Away you go.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Come on.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Everything's new and shiny, and still these storage bins cause me annoyance.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied. deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
You know, actually, if I go like this real quick, that does pull the head off slightly.
Salvage
So
secured.
as much as they irk me, they
Credits
can be useful. Because now I have access to the cheeks. I'm not seeing any coolant tanks. I'm assuming they occur at, well, probably the next level certification, truth be told. I mean, if the only hazard I have to deal with is fire, well, ice isn't exactly fire, so... Come on. Up and in.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Hey, Cutter, I need you to head back to the kiosk on the starting platform to fill up your row 2. Stat. Weaver out.
Yes, Weaver. I'm coming. No, I missed the O2 having a number. Of course, I also miss having a maximum O2 tank.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
But this is all still new, so okay. I mean, the tether doesn't, the grapple doesn't even go all the way from the kiosk. I'm assuming everything is, I don't even have access to that yet. What have a feeling that's an upgrade I gotta worry about. Oh, there's still a light in here. Okay. I guess it's a good thing I checked. I would have missed out on this light. Not that, you know, I much care. It is a light after all.
Salvage secured. Account
Or,
credit
you
applied.
know, the side lights even.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
No, but Weaver wants everything salvaged. He's always hot after his buffalo, so
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
I shall do the best that I can. And until they give me a way of cutting the nanocarbon off of the aluminum, the head goes into the processor. Every time. Okay, so now we pop this off. Let's do a cut here, a cut here. Here.
Valuable object. Credits
Here. Yeah, 700 some odd kilograms of nanocarbon lost in exchange for over 700 kilograms of aluminum lost in exchange for over 1,000 kilograms of nanocarbon. Okay, so this should just pop clean off. Should the actual airlock,
valuable object processed.
and that goes to the mall.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
And we hit grade 2.
Salvage gained. Credits awarded.
You know, something, I would say something tells me I missed a light, but that chunk, this side chunk that I just sent to the blue mall had the airlock in it, so there's no light there, but I send that light there.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
And I send that away.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Pop that door control off and throw it down there. So do something dicey, but I don't see a fuel lock here. I yank this off without bumping the fuel tank. Pop off the light. Why are there even lights in these side pieces?
Salvage secured.
I mean, they are utility crawl spaces, so I guess that's why. Would make sense.
Processing valuable objects.
Alright, and with that gone, we can just simply take the fuel tank. In we go.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Oxygen reserves are low. Reminder, asphyxiation can lead to missed salvage quotas.
Welcome to Vinitron 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Yeah, O2 is pretty much the one thing I'm going to have to keep buying. Just yank off this light. Into the barge it goes.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Just keep firing that off.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
This away.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Fire this off into the blue maw. Alright, now comes the other hard bit. Trying to hit this cut point without nuking the fuel tank. And now that we've done that, yank out the light, send that to the net, pull this clean off.
Deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Send that to the maw.
Object accepted for processing.
And much like the other side, we then yank off the fuel tank. Very carefully, because they do go boom. Send that to the net.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Rip off the door control. Send that away.
Applied.
Take this piece out, which I completely forgot about. Fire this into the blue maw.
Valuable object processed. Credit awarded.
These door controls go here. I mean, I've gotten to the third stage of the salvage, so I could just throw this into the rest of this into the trash heap, or just tell the salvagers, just take it, I don't want to deal with the rest, and I should still be good. But oh, I forgot this piece. But Weaver says that we should salvage the buffalo.
Object accepted for processing.
And Weaver's the boss. So now, as the grappler screams at what I'm trying to make it do, come on. Now, until I get reactors and thrusters, this whole back piece is probably one of the most expensive chunks on this ship. So the fuel pipe goes into the processor, right? And the thruster cap is still attached.
Valuable object.
There's, again,
Awarded.
it's all going in the same place anyway, so it don't matter. And all that's left is the frame. And since I still have no tethers, you know, we do this the same way, where I just cut it into smaller little chunks. The red maw is hungry, so we feed it some food.
Warning. Your oxygen reserves are dropping below statistically profitable levels.
Welcome to Vegatron 9000. Have a
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
As I was saying, we cut the frame into small little chunks. Huh. Okay, so my options are to cut through the fabric and watch as it burns, or I guess I throw half of this thing straight into the red maw. This would be so much easier with tethers, but I don't have access to tethers yet. Oh, there's another door control here. I missed that completely. Alright, and since there's,
Deposit accepted.
well, not a whole bunch of fabric on this side, but, you know, still all one big chunk. Just fire this off. And in it goes.
Material deposited.
And I'm assuming that's everything. Actually running low on fuel, but when I get to actual 15-minute work shifts, it's probably not going to be an issue. O2 usually is. But I'm assuming that's it for the Luminous Odin, because the salvage bar is filled. So anything that's left gets fed to the forfeit salvagers, because I'm done. Alright, so we again lost 8 equipment mounts, 52 kilograms of glass, 62 kilograms of aluminum structure, 865 kilograms of aluminum panel, 11 lights, 268 kilograms of nanocarbon, and 41 kilograms of doors, because the doors accessing the side pieces were in the frame still. But I salvaged all of this, including over 10,000 kilograms of nanocarbon, just for paneling. So I'd say still worth all this loss, and I make just shy of 1.5 million on this ship alone. Haven't gotten to rank 4 certification yet, but I gain 3 Lynx tokens from the first tier, 5 more from the second, an extra repair kit, and 15 LT from the third. And good morning. And this is the daily fees. So since everything up till now had been training, I didn't actually see this screen, but every day goes by, or every shift that I do, I incur daily fees. And because Lynx Corp likes to nickel and dime everything, even my equipment I have to pay a fee on until I can buy it, but I need higher certifications for that. So all of this equates to 524,986.88 credits for daily fees. So every day I'm basically being assessed this fee. So if I can't salvage this much in a day, that day is considered a loss. Although the interest at 0.01%, which is surprisingly favorable for a loan. That's more like savings account interest, where banks pay you for the privilege of using them using your money, as opposed to the fee of you borrowing their money. So this is going to change as this total decreases, and so I wipe out basically just shy of 1 million off the total. I dub the Shipbreaker. I get a new sticker for completing the tutorial. Alright, so Weaver said he has the next thing that he wants us to do at the next level, at the next rank of certification. And since I didn't get that with the current ship, I'm assuming I'm going to need to, it'll allow me to continue salvaging the old ship, but the old ship doesn't exist anymore. So I can view a new ship and pick up a new ship to salvage. I mean, currently I have access to 3 station hoppers and a light cargo vessel, or I can just simply go back to grade 1 and just basically salvage the skeleton of a ship. Well, I could do that, but I don't want to. And I can't access my equipment yet. I'm assuming that I get at rank 4, which will allow me to access tethers and probably explosives and upgrade the grapple, and then buy the grapple and upgrade the other components to the scanner and all that fun stuff. But all of that is going to be another issue for another time, because I'm going to call it here. Everybody stay safe from the plague, and Have a good day.